I just released Chapter 2 for the Sumorbit campaign. This chapter is all about wormholes and features sumo wrestling action in different star systems, as well as some interesting portal puzzles. So if you don't want to spoil yourself, play it first. It's 20% off for a limited time. Now that I've tanked my viewer retention, the premise for Chapter 2 is that the strongest 6 planets in the combined Milkdrometer galaxy are invited by the humans to the Galactic Center. The first being the sole survivor, which was invited through a wormhole at the end of Chapter 1. The stories of the remaining 5 planets play out in sections of Chapter 2, each introducing new mechanics and focusing on a different star system. The first of which is Alpha Centauri, a triple star system that's closest to our own solar system. The star furthest from the other 2 is named Proxima Centauri and has planets B, C, and D. D is a little suspicious of the humans' intentions and wants to stop them from spreading any further. You play as the obedient Proxima B and have to figure out a way to get the humans to planet C without D catching them, because D is intent on just holding the humans hostage indefinitely if it gets a hold of them. Middle school bullies should make quick work of this one, since it works a lot like Keep Away or Piggy in the Middle. After getting the humans to Proxima C, planets B and D return to their star to fight over their allegiance to the humans that gave them sentience. Since Proxima Centauri is a red dwarf star, I decided to make it deal damage from touching it like the other red stars in the game. You can defeat Planet D by simply baiting them into the star, which will give you a challenge relic. After defeating Planet D, Planet B has to get from the dead Proxima Centauri to the neighbouring Alpha Centauri system. In the meantime, Planet C developed radiation resistance after being so far from its star. After learning that only one planet gets to survive, Planet C intends to stop Planet B. You have to travel with a small protection bubble from the dead star, while avoiding advances from Planet C. After arriving at the binary star system, its inhabitants team up against you. The winner of this battle is invited to the Galactic Center. The humans have arrived in the Holodrome system. Use the wormholes to continue their mission to spread throughout the galaxy. Or just ignore the wormholes. For some of the Chapter 2 cargo missions, I found that there were 2 good spots for the relic collectible, but I wanted to have each mission have exactly 1 relic. The solution was to split the relic in 2. You have to collect both parts in the same attempt for the collection to count. If you thought bowling was finicky in Chapter 1, well, get ready for Bowling 2! The next mission has you destroy the asteroids to make way for a hyperlane that leads to the Galactic Center. You can once again ignore the wormholes. In the next mission, a wormhole has formed close to the star. You can use it to your advantage or your demise. Become the last planet standing to be invited to the Galactic Center. The relic challenge is to win by only grabbing the wormholes. The winner of the battle must devise a mechanism to travel faster than light and make their way to the Galactic Center. Well, that didn't work. Hopefully players figure out that they can grab and move wormholes. You can build up so much speed that the camera can't even keep up. Now you're thinking with portals. The humans have reached the Gauntlet system that originated from the Andromeda galaxy. Planet D is missing its target on the humans' journey out. You have to find a way to get the humans back on course to Planet C. You can do this by throwing one of the wormholes. I won't spoil the relic for this one, it's a little tricky. Continuing with the theme of moving wormholes, since you can't bounce in this mission, you can use the wormhole to vacuum up the asteroids to make way for this star system's battle arena. Once you've got them all, you can transport the bomb to make them explode all in one go. Just like in Chapter 1, the middle mission is a mini-boss. Planet B must fight each of the other 4 planets in the system one by one to prove its worth for the Galactic Center. In between battles, you can get some health from the central star. After emerging victorious, you have to find a way to the Galactic Center through a maze of wormholes. Once the player has explored every zone, they'll realize that they can't get to the end just by going through wormholes. Hopefully they'll figure out that the gaps between the zones aren't all the same, and that this one can be crossed without dying. This bridges into the next system where the wormholes get a bit out of control. The humans have arrived in the Great Filter System originating from Andromeda. You have to send the humans through the maze of wormholes to their target planet. I started this one with a diagram to track all potential paths for regular and relic solutions. It was originally even more complex, but I decided that I wouldn't put more than 8 wormholes in a single mission, so the colours wouldn't be too similar and I could fit them all in one screen. Plus this game kinda has a thing for the number 8. Getting the cargo to travel in the intended path is pretty precise. So part of the challenge is figuring out that you can buffer inputs during the starting countdown for consistent launch paths. As usual, the asteroid belt has fallen apart over time and the neat arrangement of wormholes has been ruined too. You have to drag around the star to clean up the mess of asteroids to make way for the final battlefield. Rearranging the wormholes took so long that the star is already dead. You can't bounce off of the heliopause ring anymore, but you might be saved by the wormholes. The last surviving planet will be invited to the Galactic Center. After Planet B is declared the winner, wormholes have started to move on their own. You have to find a way to the Galactic Center. The first gap can be crossed simply by timing it, but the next one requires grabbing the wormhole to change the distance between the two holes. There used to be only one gap to cross, but that made the mission a bit trivial. Also, the relic used to be just waiting for the bomb to be teleported on top of the debris. The humans have made their way to the Orbital Portal system adjacent to the Galactic Center. A strong asteroid belt surrounds your target, and you have to use the wormholes to get the humans through. After the asteroid belt has been dissolved, you have to use the orbiting wormhole to travel between zones to destroy the remaining asteroids and clean up the Galactic Center. There's not much habitable space left in this system. This mission resembles Hot Potato, another children's game. But the potato is a nuclear bomb. They might catch the bombs and throw them back, but their grip will only last so long. The winner will be the final planet invited to the Galactic Center. Here we find out why the planets were invited. Did you figure it out? Yet another sumo battle. This time made up of the victors of previous battles. You team up with the other 2 planets that originated from the Milky Way galaxy to take on the Andromeda planets in a 3v3 battle. It takes place on a map where the stars are in the path of an orbiting wormhole. Safety can be swept out from underneath you at any point. The victors are crowned the Milky Winners? The Galactic Goats! Since Chapter 3 revolves around black holes, I made the final mission of Chapter 2 bridge them together, just like the wormhole mission at the end of Chapter 1. Fighting for their life on multiple occasions has made your teammates feel like they've had enough. You have to save them from ending their existence in the black hole. This mission has a new tense music track made by Oscar. And that's the end of Chapter 2. Chapter 3 will probably take another few months to develop, but I've got a few other ideas cooking in the meantime, so stay tuned. And if you haven't already, get SimOrbit or play the free demo on Steam.